Hey there, folks. Welcome back to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Day by Day. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Hope everything's going well. What a day. On the free to play channel, I mentioned what happened today. We went on to a farm about 2 hours south of here. Had a day. It was a banger. If you'd like to hear more about that and see me get closer to having the full unlock of Kylo Ren, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, be sure to go back and check out today's video for the 20th of September. Appreciate you for doing that. We've got raid rewards here. That's good. Raid rewards are always good. We got the Great Mothers shards. Let's just take a gander at where we are with the Great Mothers right now of those cheeky, whatever you want to call them. So we're at 100. We're at 100 of 30. I have no idea, but I didn't realize I was that far along with Night Trooper. That's interesting. Let's just do this real quick so I can have a better feel for where we are. Not that we're going to go for Morgan and GM and the GMs, and I mean the Dark Troopers are definitely going to be something. The Parade Patrol is definitely going to be something we have to get to sooner rather than later, but we're just not there yet. We'll be there in a little bit, but there's no reason to rush right now, I don't feel like, but it's somewhere that we just need to start thinking about. So I just wanted to get those numbers so I could see them a little bit better, so I could know where we are exactly with each of them. Here's when we get the 18 charts. That'll put us up where Morgan is, which I'm excited about. Because I don't know if when we're going to get to Great Mothers, or if we are. This is interesting. I don't think we're going to buy it though. Why? Why am I not going to buy it? Because it's still $50. And that is just too rich for my blood. I mean, if you can afford it, like I'm still in astonishment. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around Newt spending $2,100 to finish whoever my Mandalore gas. I don't know, and then get Power King Hondo Nako. Newt, Lord bless you, man. Wish I had that kind of flow here, but we are not in that situation. And I don't know if we're ever going to be. But, at some point I'd like to be monetized. I don't know if it's going to happen anytime soon. But I just think it'd be a good thing if we could get monetized at some point. Also, we have the radishes, and this is a little more... makes me think a little bit. This is 30. This is not as outrageous as the gas. And I feel like if you just do this, you're getting a slightly more bang for your buck. That's just my personal feeling. Is if you bought the Profundity bundle, obviously you're spending $50, but you'd have something that helps you generate currency with. But it's fine. I don't have any designs on going for obviously we're hard charging the Profundity, but we're not going to buy it. Why? Because I'm not feeding this notion of we're never going to go back to $10 Lightspeed bundles, because the answer to me the answer is, well, of course not. If you buy them at the higher price, if you buy them at the higher price, well, then CG's got no reason to bring them down. But if you have a little discipline, and believe me, I'm not the one to talk about discipline. I mean, I'm just not. But if we could have a little bit of any kind of self control at all, it would be something to behold. And we might actually get something at all. But then again, when you got people who are willing to just go and drop whatever amount of money, you know, we are where we are for a reason. Not just as um, people that play this game, but as a society whole cloth. Because we just, as a society, we just there's never, it's all gas, no brake in this society, and we're not willing to slow down. We're not willing to pull the reins. We're not willing to ask questions. All we want to do is hard charge, and that's fine if that's really what you want, and if you're willing to pay the price on the other side for just being able to hard charge. But just know that there is a price to be paid, whether you want to pay it up front or you want to pay it on the backside. You're going to pay it eventually, and you might not like the results of the position it puts you in. Because my father-in-law said that, he was at something and he's like, there are four rules to life. One is you can do anything you want. Number two is there are consequences for number one. And number two, when you calculate number two and number three, it should help you attack that. And number four is how you attack based upon number three. How are you gonna apply that to number one? To change your circumstances, to change the way that number one operates, and thus number three, number four, number two, number three, and number four the next time around. And that's all about learning from your mistakes and moving forward, which I'm a big fan of, which is why I was like, okay, let's figure out this whole GL thing. And obviously, I'm almost there with Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. And I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure that Leia is a totally different animal. Like, I mean, the first, for me, the first node of the Kylo fight is the hardest, the one with JTR. But once you get through the one with GTR, the subsequent wave with Zori is so much easier. And I don't know if that'll be the case with Leia, because obviously I've never done the Leia event before, but we're trying to apply the principles that we learned that we're learning for the SLKR event into the Leia event, and then we're going to apply the stuff that we gain from the SLKR event and the Leia event into whatever comes after that. And sometimes it could be that sometimes that can be quite the challenge, but that's the challenge. It's not to let the challenge weigh us down. You still always keep pushing forward, and to whenever something comes to nail us down, we get back up, we dust ourselves off, and we continue to make progress. Because if you don't, you're just sitting. You're just gonna sit, and you're never gonna move. Because it's like if you shut down. If I was to take this, if I was to take this hiatus from this account and then come back a year later, well, then obviously I'm not gonna expect it to change, because I've not learned from my mistakes. I've just shut down and walked away. And sometimes game developers can be very short-sighted. They're trying to make a game and then it doesn't work, and so they shut it down. Unless you're No Man's Sky. And No Man's Sky is a game where started out super crappy. Nobody liked it, and just steadily over time, they've just built games. Why? Because this was their entry point into their game that's coming after No Man's Sky, which is Light No Fire. And so they're learning from the mistakes that they made with No Man's Sky and the updates they're making with No Man's Sky. And they're thusly going to apply them to both No Man's Sky and Light No Fire. And that's a really studious, smart way to learn from your mistake and to not let the mistake um, become your identity. And I'm always telling you, like with my video production, I'm trying to improve my quality. I've added subtitles. I'm still trying to get to dial in the sound removal because I'm not just sitting in one place. I'm very active. And you watch all these others, and unless you're Arnold, and Arnold's got it where he's got everything. I'm sure he's in a soundproof room. I'm sure all this stuff. But it's like, you ever see these people that just never move? I don't like that. I don't. It's not. It's like, why would I do that? I mean, because I don't know if you could tell, but I'm a very expressive guy. There's a lot of thought happening. There's a lot of words happening, and I want to be able to express myself. So that's the reason why I'm always constantly moving and constantly thinking and constantly talking, and want to try to bring you in on that. And I know that I'm hurting myself with the sound quality, and that's the reason why we're trying to take away the clicks. Apologies for that. Before we, the further we get in, but it's like, it's a thing that I'm trying to improve on. Everything is a thing that I'm trying to improve on. And I hope that you understand that. I hope that that I know time is valuable. I know that you have a lot of other things you're doing. And I'm just so humbled and so honored that you happen to spend a little bit of time with me because it means a lot. And I appreciate it. With that being said, I think we're done for today. Appreciate all of you. Hope you have a great tomorrow. Hope you have great everything. Tomorrow, Sunday. Appreciate all of you. I'll see you Sunday. As always, God bless. Hold the line. Remember that I have friends everywhere. Bye.